Good morning, Jason Woodard here. I hope you guys are all having a really kick butt start to your year. I wanted to record a video today because occasionally I like to record something about what I do. And so when I come across something like a new carrier, for example, that my agency picks up, and I see something that's very, very different or unique, I kind of like to let the public know about it. Now, a lot of people are, I don't want to say smart, but they just take advantage of the being young, and when they're healthy they go ahead and get their life insurance, right? Now life insurance can be used for a lot of different things, from helping pay down debt, accumulate wealth, tax-free income disbursements, all kinds of stuff like that. So it's not just about that. But when you are just looking at life insurance for life insurance, it's better to get it young when you're healthy and it's cheap, right? Now, what if you didn't? So there are some conditions out there that pretty much everyone thinks, wow, if I have it, I pretty much am uninsurable, I can't get life insurance, or it's going to be way too freaking expensive. And so for a lot of those people at that point in time, what they think about is, let me just cover my final expenses, which is why you guys see final expense insurance ads everywhere, right? Because due to those health conditions, there's a lower amount of insurance you can qualify for. And then also the qualifications may require a waiting period or something like that. But what if for all those conditions, there was a company, I'm stuttering today, look at that, where you could get day one coverage or standard, right? Meaning you don't have to wait 2 years for stuff like congestive heart failure. I have it up on my screen here. Chronic pancreatitis, COPD, past cancer with no time requirement. All of these things, diabetic coma, dialysis, a heart attack, heart disease. Now the thing is, all of these things, using insulin, any age, any amount, kidney failure, okay guys, these are things, an organ transplant over 5 years ago. I mean guys, oxygen use, pacemaker, these are all things that typically, an amputation, an aneurysm, these are typically things that would cause people to either believe they can't get insured, or they would have to wait 2 to 3 years before that policy would be a valid payout or 100% payout of the death benefit. So there is a company out right now. Here's the trick. Here's what's funny. And here's why I'm really making this video. Being honest pays off. If you are being treated for any of those things and you admit it, you get day one coverage, standard issue, great policy, just like any other healthy person. If you have those conditions, but you're not seeing a doctor, you're actually going to be penalized, where you would go guaranteed issue, meaning because you're not taking care of the situation or being monitored by a doctor, you're going to have to go for a wait period. But you can actually have it and get day one coverage just because you're taking your meds and seeing your doctor. I mean, I can't believe it. Great thing. A company called Sika. If you need some help with any of those things, or you thought you couldn't get life insurance and you want to talk to me about it, shoot me a message in my inbox or just comment in the video below. The other thing I want to talk about is I like to do an occasional video that includes Client Corner, right? And so Client Corner this week, I want to talk about why savings accounts aren't enough here. I had a client that I spoke to who requested information off our website, and I called him back and he had some questions. Now, I had discovered that he recently had some heart surgeries and things like that. I told him we can get him qualified. I told him the amount. Now, for the amount of coverage he wanted, he was given a number, and he said, let me think about this. I said, hey, no problem, but the sooner you do it, the better. So we spoke the very next day, and he said, I could spend twice as much money and just give my daughter a couple $100 a month in savings into a savings account, and then when I die, she'll just be able to access that savings and whatever. And so we had a very unique conversation, because let's just face it, if you have $1 billion, $1 million, $5 million in the bank, are you buying life insurance? You may or may not. It depends on your thought process on life insurance. But if you're a middle American, everyday Joe, you kind of need it, man. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. And so we had an interesting conversation. I said, what if you died tomorrow and you only had $200 in there? How much help is that going to give her? What if you died in 6 months? What is 6 months at $200 a month? That's only $1,200. we don't know when we're going to die. Now, the other thing is, what if, being that you just had heart surgery, what if a year and a half from now, and I know this is a heart patient, what if a year and a half from now you have a major medical condition, you need some cash, and you go, man, I know I'm supposed to be saving that for when I die, but I'm still alive and I got a major emergency, and you access that cash. What if your car engine goes, your transmission goes, and you don't have a lot of other savings, and you look and you go, I got that savings account. I'm alive and well. I'll rebuild that again one day. That is the typical reaction middle Americans have. And the problem is that savings account, 99% of the time, is just not there. That's why we use a life insurance policy. It's no different. You're taking money, you're putting it in a different spot. The difference is the life insurance contract protects you from yourself. When you die, it's going to pay out, because if you had an emergency, you didn't go in and access it unless you had a product that was designed to grow cash so you could access it in emergencies without upsetting your death benefit, which, guess what? You can do that as well. So it's a different type of policy than a term or a basic whole life, but you can do it. There are multiple types of policies, even types of whole lives where you can do that. Whole nother conversation. Again, inbox me or comment below. All right? But I wanted to put that out there. Guys, if you're super sick, you can still get day one coverage, and a savings account just isn't always enough. So I hope you guys are really kicking off the beginning of the year well. I went to the gym today. Had a long talk with my doctor about my heart condition, and my health comes first. So although I love building this business and I love talking to my friends, family, and followers about insurance and about health and fitness like I used to always do, I let my health get away because I got in a business building, had a couple complications, and I said, you know what? No more. My favorite thing in the world ever to do has been work out, and that comes first. So if you're like me and there's a couple things you need to tighten up in your life, go ahead and do it. Do it now. It's still January. Other than that, I hope to see you guys out and about. I ran into a couple people this week, and it was very nice to see you. You know who you are. I never like to put any people's information out there into social media, but very nice running into you, whether it was at the bank, you know who you are, and 8 years isn't too long, you'll make it, buddy, or whether it was at the gym, which I saw quite a few people there, but good for everybody out there kicking butt, really getting a good start to the new year. I hope that information was valuable, and I'll go back to posting baby pics and things like that, because that's more of what everybody likes to see. Let's just face it, cute babies. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.